We're back for more Oblivion, and we're inside the potato monger place. I don't know what this place is called. Do you expect me to know?
Heard any news lately?
Did you hear about...
I don't know why his audio just cut out there. That was weird. Did you hear about Brandon? Bye. Like, okay. They got good food here. Actual meat, unlike Skingrad.
I don't ever want to scrub a castle floor again.
Stay. Go. What do I care?
That's right. I don't think that was against the law, because it wasn't... Yeah, it wasn't. Magic from the sky. Hey! Isn't this the guy we met in, fucking... the Mages Guild? That's interesting. By the way, why am I using this again? On I say. I really want to get a Daedric Katana now. Which probably implies going to multiple Oblivion gates and praying that we find something good. Hello.
You and Captain Bird sure gave them Daedra a good kick in the teeth. I wish I'd been there to see it.
Yeah, and said you were here, being a bodyguard. Tell me about the Countess.
She holds public audience in the Great Hall on weekday mornings. If you need to speak to her, that's the time to do it. Take care.
Hi.
I'm Ivara Shanit, Countess Bruma's steward. The Countess makes policy, leaving the details of administration to me.
What can you tell me about Bruma?
Captain Bird and I make a good pair. He understands Nords and the North, while I appreciate the subtleties of Southern culture and politics. Be seeing you.
I'm sorry. You must speak to Countess Carvane for any further information.
Okay. Hello, Countess.
It's a pleasure to see you.
Wow, you look much better, like, in this with the mods on.
I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma.
She actually looks very
I
Nord.
trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite.
Yeah, like 10 years ago. Yeah, it really whetted my appetite. That's why it took me so long to get here.
Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Narina Carvane. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying. Well, it's safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing.
You don't have any...
A particular relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete. I'm of course referring to the draconian Madstone.
Tell me about this... Oh god, why'd, like, everything appear? Are any rumors?
There's been trouble with smugglers and Khajiit bandits in the Transnibbon, but Marius Caro is taking steps to deal with the problem.
I'm sure he is. What can you tell me about Bruma?
Some see only the conflicts between northern and southern cultures, but I see the way they are stronger when woven together.
Yeah, tell that to Ulfric Stormcloak. I'm sure he would have loved to hear that. Tell me about this Madstone.
The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type. The Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself.
An Ouroboros.
The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such.
That's actually interesting.
Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass.
Tell me about this place.
Are you familiar with the history of Pale Pass?
No, but hold on. No, and I don't care. The Ouroboros is actually the symbol of ESO, if you recall. It's a symbol of... Again, it's not a snake eating itself. In ESO, it's the symbol of each of the three major factions. So the Ebonheart Pact, Daggerfall Covenant, and the Aldmeri Dominion, but they're all eating themselves in an Ouroboros shape. So that is actually pretty interesting. But, yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel. At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodiil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders. The force became known as the Army of Raymond. the two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodiil. The Akaviri were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivek. They didn't count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank. Not only did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea.
So the Alliance ended the conflict?
Not quite. The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains. Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention. As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated. It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone.
So it's interesting, she said they suddenly surrendered. If my lore reminds me, Raymond Cyrodiil was actually a dragonborn, and what happened is that they didn't quote-unquote suddenly surrender. Raymond started using the Thuum like a beast, like an absolute chad, and they were like, oh shit, this is who we were looking for, and so they surrendered and was like, hey, let's be friends now. And he's like, bet. So tell me more.
If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll be happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact. Are you game?
I am a video game.
I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within can lead you to the ruins. Here's a translation of the passages we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well. I'm also providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. I'm assuming it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site.
So, one thing that I'm glad Skyrim did sort of do good with is that when NPCs actually hand you something, they do a gesture. They like put their hand out in front and then let go. And that's supposed to imply that's what they're giving to you. In Oblivion, they clearly don't do that. The NPCs don't really make any hand gestures. It's very two-dimensional. You look at their face, they talk. There are aspects of this that I like, because if you recall from my Skyrim playthrough, I also had something where it's like it was called face-to-face conversations, because I do sort of prefer this, because it's like, oh, I'm actually talking to a person, we're face-to-face, it's very nice. But, Skyrim did have those hand gestures, which Oblivion lacks, and so that's something that they did improve on, to be sure. What would have been nicer is if they actually held the items in their hands, and the modders could change what those items would be. So you would actually physically see them bring out an item. Be like, hey, here's the sword I gave you. And then your character could reach out, pick it up, look at it, and then put it away. Just saying, Test 6, Bethesda, you gotta listen. Alright. Okay, so tell me about the diary.
I paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you. They were only able to locate the first of a series of landmarks. These landmarks are mentioned within the diary. The one referred to as Dragonclaw Rock has been located. I'll mark it on your map. The rest is up to you. My scouts reported bitter cold and dangerous creatures in the area, so they couldn't proceed. Be cautious and return home soon. Good luck. The Madstone awaits. The messenger... He served Emperor Uriel for many years, and so far he has done well in an impossible situation. May the path ahead be free of danger.
So I actually do remember what this says. But if you care to read it, here it is. There's a really easy way to do this. And what you could optimally do is probably go to UESP and just read the diary yourself there. It'd be a little bit easier to read. But the basic idea is that this was a knight. He was, sorry, not a knight, a scout. He was looking around, and he's reporting about what happened during the battle. And then he eventually gets wounded and then dies, if memory serves. So, yeah, that's basically that. So yeah, it is pretty interesting. I should also... lifting the veil. And again, see, it's just nice, right up there, Dragonclaw. So we'll actually walk there. And this is a pretty fun quest that is touched upon twice. I don't really know how to explain what I'm about to explain, but I'll do my best. Because Pale Pass is actually literally right between Skyrim and Cyrodiil. And, what was the other one? Sancretor is sort of in this area here, you know. And in Skyrim, despite bordering both those two places, I mean, it doesn't really border Sancretor, but it really does border Pale Pass. In the default game, you can't go and explore that, which was really strange.
I'd like to explore.
Although I suppose the logic is that, oh, we don't want to tread on ground that we've already been in. But certainly, if it does appear to be so, with Test 6 being in Hammerfell or High Rock or both, then they're certainly are treading on ground they've already done. So, whatever, you know? I mean, the ultimate thing that we would all really want, right, would be all of Tamriel in one game. Any such a game, though, if it was done right, if it was done with the care, for lack of a better term, I know that's a sort of controversial thing to say, but the care that Skyrim was, like, to its credit, very little randomity in Skyrim in the sense of dungeons. All the dungeons were handcrafted. In Oblivion, that was also the case, but they did do some random generation, and then just was like, bloop. So everything in Oblivion was not hard-coded. Like the Great Forest, Todd tried to claim, oh, we handcrafted all the trees in the Great Forest. That's a lie. They used an algorithm, as was found out. So, in Skyrim, to my knowledge, it was mostly, like actually Reagan. Ronald? Ronald? Are you here?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, it's Ronald.
A pleasure to speak with you.
I can't believe him.
Goodbye.
Ronald, it's an honor. Can't believe I finally met you here. Is Gorbachev here? That'd be cool. This is Better Cities, right? Yeah. Oh. I like this little stairway, actually. Oh. Hey Reagan, don't mind me. I'm actually curious. Watch, we're gonna find like he murders people down here. He's got like sacrifices to Zlogon. Yeah, he's just a very untidy person, I suppose. There's no yeah, okay. Very basic. Guy probably to put it together in 5 minutes. It's like, alright, we're gonna put this here, have a couple lighting resources, and yeah, you know, fuck it, we'll just throw stuff here. It's the problem with test games and why they don't have stairways like this. Because if you can see, the NPCs pull a big retard. It's also why I refuse to play test games on console. Oh, whoopsie-doo, I'm not actually here, Reagan. This is actually a really nice house. Very Skyrim-esque. Oh, he's got his own alchemy lab, and he's got like a... Reagan, you got a killer house, dude. Oh my goodness. This guy must be... and that's literally a bong. Oh wait, no, that's not. That's not a... that's actually a vial. I'm sorry. The way that was angled, it did look like a bong. Okay. This is kind of cool, though. Yeah, I'm figuring... Looks like I read all these before. Wait, where's the exit? Yeah, I'm figuring this Reagan fellow must be part of some quest. No other reason why his house would be this detailed. And we have no bounty. Okay. Look at the mammoths and the giant. Dude, can I not? Is this really an invisible wall? Holy fuck. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I don't know. Because right now, like a few times during recording, maybe 5 times or whatever, OBS will be like encoding overload. And I've reviewed the footage at all the places where it did say encoding overload, and the footage literally looked fine. So I think because it happens for such a low period of time,
A pleasure to...
it's literally no big deal.
Good day.
Yeah, I really want to see what Ronald's doing here. But, whatever. Off we go. Why is that tree, like, floating there? It's really strange. Is this, oh no, it doesn't go all the way that way. Like, we can... It's like the tree and everything. A shame. Swing, 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 swing. Ah, Bruma. Ah, nice. Nice. Maskar is another one of those. I had a feeling that's what that was. I'm like, there's nothing on my map here to indicate that this is unique, so, let's see. I don't think I've actually shown these on recording, so I might go through this just to show you what it's like. It's very, oh boy, it's of the predators. It's kind of hard in the sense that it's sort of dark and it goes on for an undetermined period of time as far as I'm concerned. But it's like, if you've ever played Legend of Grimrock, this is a lot like it. Oh, you know what? This is a pressure plate. Sure. But it's got, like, some puzzles and stuff. Or maybe it's not a pressure plate. Or maybe I need something that weighs more. Let's find out. Just drop chill around. Because I do think weight does have an effect on these. No? Yeah, because this is supposed to open. Unless there's another pathway. No, there isn't. Strike it? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to trigger that. But I'll just quickly show you. It's like a few pathways. It's very cramped. You've got some puzzles. This thing heals you if memory serves. And there's a few other things. But it keeps going deeper and deeper down. There's some good loot. But I'm not sure how to trigger this one. Because this looks like it should be doing something. But I think also the fact that these are preset might also have something to do with it. Or maybe I need to hit something on the other side. No. Yeah, it looks like that you're supposed to put something there. And it's supposed to do its magic, but... Let's try just a Varlist or a Welkin Stone, see if that does anything. I'll just try this one last. Hello, Welkin. Maybe it needs to be like in a certain area? Yeah. Nothing's opening it. But, I mean, this is the basic idea. This is really why I don't show them. It's kind of interesting. Because there are areas where, like, NPCs, or sorry, mobs spawn and whatever. It's very reminiscent of, you know, Grimrock and a lot of those other old-fashioned RPG games. Very reminiscent of Daggerfall and arena, actually, now that I think about it, which it might be a reference to because the way the dungeons were, they were a lot like that. Particularly, it actually reminds me a lot of like OG Wolfenstein and Doom with those small corners and everything. Alright, I should consult the messenger's diary. Okay, I'm fairly certain it's the cave over here.
You check the diary and what you
Shut up, Velia. I can read. Contrary to popular belief, I can in fact read. I think it's the second part. Huge statue placed there. Stands pointing north. So I need to go west towards the statue.
get allowed.
Like I said, I'm fairly certain it's supposed to be this cave over here. Yep, here it is. I've reached a second landmark. Okay, and then I think you go north. We're attacked. Yeah, I'm fairly certain you just go straight to this cave over here. Right? Yeah. Is a quest item. Yeah, I was right. And I think you can find his body here, if memory serves.
You made a big mistake. Ha!
Hello, rats. I think he's in one of the collapsed rock areas. Ah! Ow! Fuck off. Literally not even worth it. Stalrim. Oh shit, we can get Stalrim stuff. That's interesting. Was not aware of that. I guess the armory and shit like that might actually be worthwhile. Oh, hello, ogre. Cave boss my ass. He's kind of a little pussy bitch. Just got the body. Bones are still been well preserved by the frost. He seems to be clutching something. Hello. Akaviri orders. These must be the orders he spoke of.
You made
Hi,
a
wolf.
big
Hi, wolves. I looked weird. Greaves of the Rhino, huh? Alright. Should really figure out where those treasure maps lead and whether it's worth it or not. Hello, doggos!
mistake.
Thankfully, we all friends here. I mean, you're not friends to my friends, but I'm friends to you. Not worth the effort. I'm sorry, I had to put you down, buddy. Does anything go back that way? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Moo! God, I got yoded. What the fuck? Why am I over encumbered now? What the hell?
What is it?
Farwell. May I inquire while you're using your steel longsword and... Dude, you're actually fucking stupid. You're actually stupid. That's not how you pull out a... whatever.
That's the best you can do, sir.
Moo! Alright, next time we'll continue. Thank you all for watching.